Alien elite thought humans were fragile until he stood up fully healed. I am Veyric, commander of the Sorol Elite Guard, veterans of countless campaigns across the Orion Arm. We were the best the Empire had to offer, armored in carapace steel, trained from hatching, bred for war. When we first met humanity, I dismissed them as fragile creatures, soft-skinned and breakable. That was before I saw one stand, fully healed, after wounds that should have left only a corpse. 1. First impressions. The humans had joined the Concord not long before the Creel War began. They arrived at council in tailored cloth instead of armor, speaking softly of diplomacy, cooperation, peace. My mandibles clicked with disdain. Fragile things, I thought. They will die quickly. When the Creel shattered our front at Dranthis 4, human soldiers came to reinforce. I watched them disembark, thin limbs, bare faces, no claws, no scales. I wondered if they were truly soldiers at all. 2. The first battle. The Creel swarmed us in the ash wastes, armored beasts pushing forward like a living tide. My elite guard formed the line, shields locked, plasma fire cutting swaths through the enemy. The humans fought differently. They did not hold ranks, they darted, sprinted, diving into cover, moving as though chaos itself was a tactic. They laughed as they fought, shouted to one another, even as plasma bolts tore through their ranks. I respected their courage but pitied their weakness. When one of them fell, chest split open by a Creel cannon, I marked him in my mind as another wasted life. 3. The wounded one. After the battle, we gathered our casualties. The human was still alive, somehow, though his chest was a ruin of flesh and blood. He should have been dead. His heartbeat was faint, his breath shallow, his eyes closed. I thought, at least he will die with honor. But his comrades did not mourn. They strapped him to a stretcher, injected strange fluids, sealed his wounds with glowing foam. They spoke not of death, but of recovery. Recovery? I scoffed. His organs are destroyed. His body cannot endure. They only smiled grimly. You'll see. 4 days later. We fought 2 more battles in that cycle. The Creel pressed hard, and every day we lost warriors. My elite guard stood strong, but each loss was permanent, final. Then, on the 3rd day, I saw the human again. Walking. Breathing. Armor strapped across a chest that should have been ash. He bore only faint scars where death had once torn him open. He grinned at me as though nothing had happened. I froze. Impossible, I whispered. He clapped my armored shoulder. Told you I'd be back. 5. The impossible explained. That night, I confronted their medic. What sorcery is this? I demanded. He was destroyed. No Kit Harry, no Drac, no Sorol could survive such wounds. The medic shrugged. We break easy, sure. But we heal fast. Bones knit. Flesh closes. Give us time and a little help, and we'll stand again. I struggled to comprehend. Among my people, wounds like that meant certain death. Even minor injuries festered for weeks. Recovery was slow, often incomplete. Yet humans healed as though death itself had to chase them and often failed to catch them. 6. The Siege of Carty's Gate. The truth of their resilience revealed itself in the Great Siege. The Creel surrounded us, bombardments tearing trenches into the ground. Supplies dwindled, morale waned. My soldiers were battered and weary. The humans. They seemed to grow stronger with each wound. I saw one with an arm shattered, still fighting with the other. By the next week, his arm was bound in a brace, already knitting back together. Another lost half her blood in a skirmish. Days later, she was running again, scars pale but spirit unbroken. They healed not only in body, but in spirit. Where my soldiers mourned each fallen comrade, the humans told stories, laughed through grief, raised their mugs to the dead as though daring the void itself. 7. The moment that changed everything. During the final creel push, our line collapsed. The beasts poured through, roaring. I was struck down, carapace shattered, pinned beneath rubble. I thought it my end. Through the smoke, I saw the human, the same one who had once lain dying. He fought like fury itself, dragging me free, covering me with his own fragile body as plasma fire rained. He took hit after hit, blood soaking him, yet he did not fall. With a roar, he hauled me to safety, before collapsing himself. I thought him dead again. But 2 cycles later, he stood. Fully healed. Smiling. Ready for battle. 8. The realization. That was the day I understood. Humans were fragile, yes. Their skin tore easily, their bones cracked, their blood spilled. But they healed. They returned. Again and again, defying wounds that would kill any other species. Their strength was not in being unbreakable. It was in refusing to stay broken. I had once thought resilience meant never falling. Humanity taught me resilience meant rising every time you did. 9. Aftermath. When the creel finally retreated, the council gathered to honor the victors. My elite guard stood blooded and diminished. The humans stood among us, scarred but smiling, alive when by all rights they should not be. I looked at the human who had saved me, who had risen from death twice before my eyes. "You are not fragile," I said. "You are terrifying." He laughed. "We're just stubborn." But I knew better. Stubbornness alone does not terrify beasts into retreat or pull life from wounds that should kill. It was something deeper. Something that made me fear what humanity could become if ever unleashed fully. 10. Final reflection. I am Veyric, commander of the Sorol Elite Guard. I once thought humans were fragile. I now know the truth. When the galaxy bleeds, they heal. When the galaxy falls, they rise. When death itself comes to claim them, they grin, spit blood, and stand once more. And it is that, more than any weapon, more than any fleet, that makes them the most dangerous warriors I have ever known.